We're seeing stuff with it.
Dude.
Yeah. Everywhere, man. Everywhere.
This one's crazy. We got evidence of a ritual.
In here, there's cigarettes.
What's that called? Vertebrae. Looks like there's vertebrae.
Oh, well,
if you look at it.
When they pulled the head and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like one.
Urban explorers often spend hours inside abandoned places where most people wouldn't last even 5 minutes. But the most unsettling part isn't always what they notice at first. It's what they discover after they've gone deeper into the exploration and started paying closer attention. Today, we're looking at 6 disturbing things urban explorers only noticed after taking a closer look. On June 27th, 2026, YouTuber Morgan Explorers released a video of an urban exploration inside a huge abandoned sports complex near the sea. What was expected to be a simple walk through an empty building quickly turned into a confusing and unsettling journey through a place that felt like many different worlds had been mixed together. At first, the team moved through what used to be a large sports center. They passed a former restaurant area and a wide pool section where sea air had caused heavy rust over time. Metal staircases were weak and unsafe, and old diving boards stood above empty pools like broken remains of the past.
Fall, man. If you fall, you're done for. If you fall now, you're done for. Dude! No, but what I mean is, you're really done for because there's no ladder to climb back up. The ladder, it's cut off there. The ladder ends there, man. If someone falls in, they're done. We're at least 15 meters deep. Oh yeah, no, seriously. Because that diving platform up there is 10 meters high. Look at the ladder, actually. There's no ladder. There's nothing. What? If you fall, you're done for. You can't escape. It's over. Oh, I don't go up on the diving board anymore. Everything's all rusty. The concrete is cracked up there. At some point, you get to the end of that thing, and the whole thing could just fall down. There's no ladder or stairs left, nothing to climb. Everything's gone. Look at that. They're getting eaten away. I need to stop looking at my camera screen because if I take one wrong step, I'm done. Maybe we can get to the portholes from the back. We were supposed to see underwater. What's really weird is that it says 5 meters. It's 5 meters below the portholes, then it slopes down. I'm telling you, there's at least 10 meters there. Emergency body, maybe that's it.
As they went deeper inside, the feeling of confusion grew. The air changed, carrying a strange smell similar to hay and animals, which did not match the building at all.
We should have brought masks. It smells really musty in here. Yeah, the foot baths. Everything has been removed from who knows where. I was walking on that, but this crap actually holds. Don't you see pipes for your boat? There's enough to make some here. I don't know if those are pipes. There's so much stuff everywhere here. It's possible they gave up on it at the end of the job, but here, these are the showers. Here, these were the showers for the pool. It's just old-fashioned pipes coming out of the walls. Try to squeeze into this mess because really it's... Well, be careful, you put your feet here, and there you go. You see what I mean? They're everywhere. It's a real mess, this thing.
They continued through dark hallways filled with leftover items from the past, including old trophies, worn-out gym equipment, and abandoned kayaks.
There are some huts over there. A big pool filter. Hell is waiting for you. There's writing on this stuff. Oh, is it Transat? There are many things. Over there is a tunnel. This mess stretches for miles and has foundations there. It's a huge building. It has something. Look, there are windows. There's a door there. It's closed. It's closed. There are carts, some mess. Oh, there's a kayak. A kayak. There are kayak seats. But those are the seats for that one. It's Colorado. Hey, I have the same one. It's an inflatable kayak. Hey, but that one is good. Yeah. Well, it looks a bit beat up, though, in places and all. Yeah, not more than that. You want to see what it really looks like, bro? It's worse than that, but it still floats. No, but really, this kayak, yeah, he bought plugs for it. Yeah, it's brand new. Anyway, that's the same kayak we used to sneak onto the warship with Clément. Danger. Why danger? My helmet says danger. I need to go check it out. So, the kayak, let me tell you, you can't put it in the water anymore. You'll sink with it. I'm stepping on things I don't know what they are, guys. Yeah. Maybe we walked through it earlier. It's possible, yeah. Well, there you go. There's a bunch of stuff. There's even a child's bed over there. Let's go check out the rest.
Inside one section, they entered a room that felt completely out of place. It looked like a makeshift fighting area, with padded walls and sports gear like mouth guards scattered around. There were also certificates from different combat sports lying on the floor, making it unclear how this space was actually used.
Gym over there, but that's unlikely. So we're outside again. I'll get back to you as soon as we found the entrance to this thing. All right, folks, a hole inside a hole. Okay. Look at all this furniture, couches everywhere. I think these are the ones they used to put outside. Or maybe those in the restaurant lounge. Yeah, probably. Ah, they have boxing stuff too. Too many things. You're following for a guy there, man. Oh yeah, there are workout machines all over. I hadn't noticed before. There are treadmills and ab machines. That's the gym. That's Taekwondo. Seiken Taekwondo. Do you want an Oscar? That's not an Oscar at all. We can't take off our shoes at the entrance. But honestly, I don't know what they were trying to do. They must have been boxing. That's why there were punching bags everywhere. Yeah, that's right. Wow. Woohoo. Woohoo! He has pictures of kids. Look, there are photos of kids in martial arts uniforms and everything. Did you put in a trampoline?
Am I gonna hurt my ankles?
No, I don't want to. Be careful, at any moment it could snap. You keep your feet inside. Look, there are still trophies. Ah, that's why, all these trophies. Look, we know where they come from. They were for Taekwondo. Those guys were winning fighting competitions. Stuff everywhere. Look, he's got a mouth guard. Yeah, there are mouth guards and tooth guards there. It's raining. It's raining. Yeah, maybe the building is... Look, there's a crack up there. There are certificates everywhere. Your second diplomas. I don't know if it's the school or if it's the sport. I'm not really sure. First Dan, Yosekan World Federation. It was Yosekan that they were doing, not Taekwondo or something like that. There are negatives, maybe there...
The deeper they explored, the more confusing the building became. Some areas were blocked off, while others seemed designed for completely different purposes. While investigating the section with the animal-like smell, they came to a surprising realization. The place was not just a failed sports complex. It seemed to be a mix of different uses over time, where parts of a stable had been placed inside or near sports facilities.
The door is holding up, but there it is. But the craziest part is this. What the hell? Why did they put goats, cows, sheep, and horses in here? It's a stable. It used to be a diving base before, and there are droppings from sheep, goats, or I don't know what. That's what we've been smelling all this time. We were saying it's strange, it smells like straw, it smells like weird hay. But wait, now we can get to the rest. It's too weird. It reeks. But what are these things? Artung, be careful. Why did they put that there? Ah, the mess. This is complete nonsense.
Signs of animals, sports clubs, boating equipment, and other unrelated activities all appeared in different sections of the building. In the end, the explorers understood that this was a place that had changed many times and never fully settled into one purpose. What remained was a strange mix of abandoned spaces, each telling a different story, but none of them fully complete, not even to the explorers. On September 18, 2025, the explorer behind the channel Mobile Instinct went to an abandoned mausoleum only to find these.
We were inside the Campbell Johnston family, not only just a family crypt, a chapel, a private chapel built for Sir Alexander Johnston in the 1840s. A small private chapel for which they had Sunday services and prayed in here. And below us is the Johnston family crypt.
The explorer went through an opening in the ground only to discover an underground mausoleum beneath that magnificent crypt.
We are going to go down in this hole. It's like those nightmares that we've all had when we were kids. Something grabs you from underneath.
The explorer was shocked to see bodies of people without their skulls, as if they had been ripped apart by thieves.
It's pretty crazy. So this is the original stairs that went down And oh my gosh. Wow. This is unbelievable. 3 men tore open the coffins to steal valuables and remove some of the skulls, including Sir Alexander Johnston's. And after that, more grave robbing has occurred throughout the years, which resulted in most of the resting no longer having their skulls. Now, just a short ways from here are the ruins of the Consulate or Consulach house, depending on how you want to say that. Somebody's messed with this because that looks like it's what's that called? Vertebrae. Looks like there's vertebrae.
Oh, well,
if you look at it.
When they pulled the head and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like when they pulled the head, they yanked the whole body and upset everything. And
there's really hair.
So I believe that there's still one in here. It's been completely sealed up. Why someone never broke into that, I don't know. Yeah, there could have been a plaque here, that's true, but it was removed. I mean, unless it was resealed, I don't know. Obviously, there's no way of knowing.
Eventually, the explorer concluded that although some must have been here just for curiosity's sake, others came to violate the bodies of the deceased.
But obviously people continue to get in here, but it looks like most people just come here and just look around, take some pictures, and then leave. It doesn't look like people are coming in here and grabbing the bones for keepsakes and things like that. It looks like people are pretty respectful. I just appreciate that it looks like people have been doing that. I mean, it's hard to say because maybe somebody has come and cleaned things up, but
Bodies without skulls in an underground chamber beneath a mausoleum do not end up that way without someone deliberately making it happen. Those skulls were removed and taken somewhere by someone who walked into that same underground space, did what they came to do, and walked back out. The explorer who found the evidence of that act did so with a camera. Whoever left that evidence behind did so without any apparent concern for who might one day come looking, which makes the perpetrator dangerous if he had come face to face with the explorer. On June 26, 2026, the urban explorer behind Urbex Hill set out to investigate 2 abandoned landmarks in Ohio, the once bustling Fisher Brothers factory and a deteriorating apartment complex in East Cleveland. What began as a routine night of urban exploration soon became an uneasy reminder that abandoned buildings are not always as empty as they appear. The first stop was the sprawling Fisher Brothers factory. Before even stepping inside, the explorer encountered 2 agitated individuals who appeared to be living on the property.
In the building, he told me he refuses to stay at the men's homeless shelter right up the street because his belongings were repeatedly stolen and some of the younger guys in there would pick on him. Because of that, he feels safer living in the abandoned factory. After hearing his story, I felt bad for him and decided to give him some money to help him out.
After a brief but tense exchange, the situation settled down, and the explorer even offered a small act of kindness to one of the men who seemed to be struggling to find a safe place to stay.
I ain't gonna f with your stuff. You good, bro? I ain't gonna f with your stuff. You can come in. I'm just saying I ain't gonna f with your stuff.
You're fine, bro. Okay. I can't wait on you to come up there, man. You go up there. I can't wait on you to come. Come back. Yeah, I was saying, you can be fast, man. You can get shit out of you go out here.
Those scrappers is pissed. Jesus Christ.
With the encounter behind him, he ventured deeper into the massive industrial ruins.
They seemed a little pissed earlier. But, I mean, I'm not worried. They didn't bother me. I mean, why would they? Damn, y'all heard that? Probably fireworks. And some death drop.
Crumbling floors, towering empty rooms, and rusting machinery filled the building, while scattered belongings, makeshift fire pits, and other signs of recent human activity suggested the factory had become an unofficial shelter for people with nowhere else to go.
Let me check in here real quick first. But I think those guys are over there. In that, room. I think I'm almost at the first floor, too. Someone's boot. There's nothing here. Oh, somebody comes over here. Maybe he was trying to make it to this little den right here. Yeah, they definitely come over here. There's a little fire pit. And you got a nice little breeze from the window. Yo, you guys remember this from elementary school? A long time ago. I haven't seen one of these in forever, dude. It was like a water fountain. And like, bro got shaving cream down here. Anyways, you would step on the thing like this, and water would like sprinkle out the middle or something. I don't know. Ugh. Disgusting. Just a bunch of diapers. Depends. And soap. Thank you for the $10. I appreciate you, man. That's gross. Yeah, I'm good. It smells horrible. It was just a bunch of like panty liners and stuff and diapers like that. Here it is. Definitely homeless people.
Every dark corridor carried an uneasy feeling that someone could be just out of sight.
Like caving in right there.
Later that night, the exploration continued at an abandoned apartment complex in East Cleveland. Unlike the vast openness of the factory, the apartment building felt claustrophobic.
Y'all hear that beeping noise? Did y'all hear that?
A smoke detector emitted a repetitive beeping that echoed endlessly through the empty hallways, while faint footsteps and muffled voices drifted from somewhere deeper inside.
I think people are here. Dude, it's a smoke detector going off.
Though no one could be seen, the sounds made it clear the building was far from deserted. As the explorer made his way through the complex, he paused outside a locked shed that triggered an unexpected feeling of déjà vu before continuing into a secluded room littered with debris. There, small details transformed lingering suspicion into genuine concern. A cigarette still smoldered on the floor, its embers glowing faintly in the darkness. Fresh footprints pressed into the dust nearby showed clear signs that someone had passed through only moments earlier.
The footprints. Well, it's still smoking. Somebody's in here doing something. Look. What in the is going on? Somebody was literally just in here. There's cigarettes.
The realization was immediate and unsettling. Whoever had been occupying the room had left just before the explorer arrived, turning what had seemed like another abandoned location into a place where unseen company felt uncomfortably close. And this guy or guys may not be as receptive as those once seen at the previous location. 2025, YouTuber Urbex Hill ventured deep inside the abandoned St. Vincent Hospital in Worcester, Massachusetts, a building that had been a hotspot for squatters for years and has since been demolished. With medical equipment scattered throughout, he ventured inside, only to find the experience turning into a complete horror trip. After only a few minutes inside, he almost had his first close encounter with a squatter. In buildings like this, you never know what might be lurking in the darkness, especially if a squatter is armed and ready to defend their territory. Understandably shaken after the encounter, he decided to leave the building, only to discover this waiting for him outside.
No. Okay. So I just got a bunch of pictures before y'all got rid of it.
Just don't go in, because if somebody,
No, I didn't go in.
somebody fell in there, and it took us an hour to get the motherfucker out there deep. So I ain't saving nobody tonight.
I got you, bro. I'm out.
Okay.
All right, take care. All right.
On November 26, 2022, the abandoned world explorer and his companion Rod traveled into the heart of Belgium to document an old house that had been left untouched for nearly 20 years. From the moment they arrived at the overgrown property, something felt off. A strong, unpleasant smell hung in the air even before they stepped inside.
Is this your house, Rod? Let's go in, bro. You ready? You ready to enter the property? Cover your mouth. I can smell it from out here. You can smell the decay through the front door. Bro, why do we always end up in like bushes? God, mate, this is so overgrown, dude.
They pushed through thick plants and entered the house through a broken opening.
Into this place. There's a fire outside. There's an old kiddie's bike. Literally, this is like the way through there. Oh, do you know what? I can smell the house already. I'm not even that near it. Guys, look at the old water pump there. Let's have a little look down here before we head in. Mickey's Parade, 1960, and it's sitting outside. I'll put it up there.
Inside, it felt like time had stopped completely. Rooms were still filled with personal items belonging to the former owner named Eric.
The old ball game there. I've never seen this ball game. Obviously, it looks like some horse racing game. And here, some obviously French letters. I don't know if we can kind of clear those up. I'd love to be able to sit here and read these. It's just so cool. Loving the old paddle up there, look at that. Winnie the Pooh, a little love heart and then a little elephant. A tiny little window here. Bits here. So it was a mister that lived here anyway. Read that name there. And it ain't even orange anymore, remember all this? An orange. So his name was Eric that lived here. Monsieur Eric. Look at this, Grand Hotel. There's so many spiders as soon as you move something. The old Scottish whiskey. There's like a cocoon in that nest. The old fireplace there.
There were old board games, family photos, and everyday objects still sitting exactly where they had been left. As they moved from room to room, they tried to understand what kind of life Eric had lived based on what remained in the house.
I've been to across Europe, and it's that same feeling and story again in every house. It's like, it's just like, you know, what happened to them? Why is always stuff left? Look at all the old furniture as well. Everything's hand-carved. The way it's all finished. None of this today, like all machined. There's like paint in there as well. There's some more photos. Cool kid there. Probably the grandkids. Probably one of the kids growing up. I see this guy quite a lot. He was one of the guys that were in the bed with the two women.
Even though the smell made it uncomfortable, they continued deeper inside, checking each part of the building carefully. When they reached the bedroom area, the situation became clearer. The strong smell was coming from this section of the house, and it was more intense here than anywhere else.
Oh, it's absolutely strong. So bad. Oh. Okay, so all the meat's decayed in there and rotten, hence why the smell there. Alright guys, I'm gonna head out. I can't take it anymore. It's so strong.
The explorers slowly realized that Eric had likely slumped inside the home and was not found for several months. The condition of the room explained the heavy smell they had noticed from the outside. Once they understood what had happened, they decided not to stay any longer. They left the house shortly after, ending the visit with a quiet and uneasy feeling about what they had just seen. On November 11th, 2025, the team behind Epic Exploration set out to investigate an enormous abandoned dog kennel facility hidden away from the public. Their goal was straightforward: explore the sprawling complex after dark and document whatever remained inside a place that had once housed countless animals but had long since been left to decay. At first, the exploration felt more intriguing than unsettling. The property seemed to stretch on endlessly. Long rows of empty kennel runs disappeared into darkness.
Open door here. All right. This is really creepy.
All the broken windows.
Yeah, this place has seen better days. So we ended up here to salvage tonight. We're supposed to go to an abandoned mansion, but we got this.
What is that? The fireplace?
We got this.
No, it stinks in here.
Oh, look at the candle marks.
Nice.
Collapsed roofs exposed sections of the building to the night sky, while shattered windows allowed the wind to whistle through the abandoned corridors.
Oh man, this is ridiculous. Look at this bathroom. Whoa. Look at all the dog wallpaper here. What?
Wow, that's really cool.
I just want to make sure there's nobody in here when we found those needles.
But where did all this glass come from on the floors? Oh, and these aren't busted out. Oh, never mind. Figured it out. Yeah.
What do we got?
Even after years of neglect, the lingering scent of animals still clung to parts of the structure, serving as a reminder of what the facility had once been. As they continued through the maze of interconnected rooms, the team unexpectedly entered what appeared to be a residential living area. Unlike the industrial kennel spaces, this section contained a kitchen, bathrooms, and remnants of everyday life.
Yeah, that's so cool. Wow. The fireplace. Good fireplace.
Yeah, it looks like somebody used this recently. What? You heard a noise too?
Yeah. No, it was the hissing sound. Yeah, it was the door. Weird. Look at the floors, so they're still so like
intact.
Condition.
Oh, somebody looks like they got the Swiffer to play it.
Okay.
This definitely doesn't look like the kennel, I'll tell you that.
Oh, there's a spider with feet.
Where? Right there. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, walk right past it, buddy.
Oh, wow. What's all this?
It's an old house.
Yeah, it is pretty old.
Even the oven isn't that dirty. It's like pretty
Not too bad,
clean.
not too bad.
One discovery stood out above everything else. Scattered throughout several rooms was an unusual number of canned pumpkins.
There it is.
Oh, I think it just, wraps around.
Wraparound kitchen.
This is a small kitchen.
More pumpkin.
Look right here, we got some goodies. What do you think was going on here?
Well, let's hope there's not anyone in here still.
Yeah, well.
What's up with this pumpkin stuff? Can number 2.
An awkward amount of pumpkin in
Why
here.
would there be an awkward amount of pumpkin in a dog kennel?
Dogs like pumpkin.
Look, there's a basement.
Why is there always a basement?
The bizarre sight briefly shifted the mood from tense to puzzled, leaving the explorers wondering why so many identical cans had been left behind in an otherwise abandoned building. But the atmosphere changed the moment they decided to venture downstairs. The finished basement felt noticeably different from the rest of the property. The air was cooler, the silence heavier, and every footstep echoed through the confined space. As their flashlights swept across the floor, they began noticing details that suggested the basement had not been abandoned for as long as the upper levels.
There's some upstairs though, right?
Any time machines in this one?
Just that.
What do you mean, just that? What? That's crazy.
Oh. Oh my gosh.
This is a nice sized basement. All right.
The finished basement.
Silco doors wide open. So here we go, that's what's up.
Oh, no.
2003, we got some evidence
2003.
when this place closed.
Over 20 years old. I know. You see that above you?
Yeah, what the heck is that? Rags?
Yeah.
It's like the pipe burst.
We're seeing stuff with it.
Dude.
Yeah. Everywhere, man.
This one's crazy. We got evidence of a ritual here.
Oh my god. The candles.
Yeah, look behind you, Mike.
Oh wow. It looks fresh.
Yeah, they were here just like 5 minutes ago.
I've been hearing noise. I'm telling you. I wonder if there's somebody else that was just here. How fresh is it? Like fresh?
I mean, look at it. I mean, it's dry.
Oh.
It's
Still shiny though, so it's new.
Small pools of candle wax covered parts of the floor. Strange markings had been arranged nearby, giving the impression that some kind of ritual or gathering had taken place. At first, the discoveries seemed like remnants from years earlier. Then one of the team members looked closer. The wax hadn't dulled with age. Instead, it still appeared glossy and freshly hardened, as though the candles had burned only a short time before they arrived. The realization spread quickly through the group. Whatever had happened in the basement hadn't taken place months or even days earlier. It looked recent. Suddenly, the possibility that people still visit the building, and they might even be present, no longer felt impossible. With their nerves beginning to rise, the team didn't linger any longer inside a place that suddenly felt occupied. They chose to end their investigation and make their way back out through the surrounding woods, leaving behind a building that seemed far less abandoned than they had first believed.